Now is there audio? Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What? I'm waiting for confirmation. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Atomic Mass Transmissions Live. Hope everybody's staying safe. Hope you're taking care of each other. Today we are working on our cosmic terrain. This terrain set is super cool. Lots of neat ideas in the cosmic terrain, and this terrain set was kind of designed, inspired by like a lot of the Jack Kirby stuff. When I say inspired, I don't mean copied. I don't mean it's we look at stuff and then we get inspired by it. We kind of create our own. So we got some cool cosmic terrain stuff. I'm going to be painting it today. I got a couple ideas. I'm not going to go with what we did in the studio. The studio has that nice teal and purple. I'm going to go with something metallic with a lot of color variation. And then we'll do some glow. I don't know if we'll get to the glow today. So I'm not real sure. We'll see what happens. We're just going to play around today. I'm going to use a lot of inks. I'm going to use a lot of glazes, a lot of washes over metallic. And what I did is I airbrushed my cosmic terrain with 3 layers of metallic. I did a semi-metallic, so that's just metallic with some opaque paint mixed in to like reduce the amount of metallosity. So I kind of did that, and then I brought up another layer of like a mid-metallic, and then I did like a quick highlight of like bright metallic. Very broad highlight, not a sharp highlight. So I just wanted some variation so when we're adding our glazes. So I'm going to kind of let you guys pick what we do. We have the, what I call the kiosk, the little cosmic kiosk. I love this little guy. Looks like a whale, looks like a whale shark. I love that little piece. That was actually one of the first ones I drew. We got our little cosmic sign. This guy's pretty cool. Nice little small piece. Our cosmic light. It's got some cool gribbly texture on the back. I guess I could switch the camera and y'all can see it better. The cord just fell. I gotta fix the cord. This is why we have a video producer, Josh, but since we're all working from home, we're all alone, so we gotta do everything ourselves while wearing our jammies. You know, so let's switch cameras. This one there. So there's our cosmic kiosk. It's got a little sign. I don't know what it says. It's got some antennas, a little box. We got our sign. We got our light. It's got a bar light. Some cool gribbles on the back for texture. We got our barricade, little cosmic barricade. You can paint this lit up too, the sides and the middle lit up. And this set comes with some little crates. And these are just like little decorative accoutrements. We got what I call the power node. It's just a cool space power node. And then we got our the untethered power node. So it kind of shows that it's like floating in zero grav. And the cool thing about this is your characters can jump on top of this when they're fighting. So I think I want to paint this one. Let's just paint this one. It says Taco Tuesday. That's right, Chris. It says Taco Tuesday on the that's the cosmic taco taco kiosk. All right, so let's go with, let's just start. Let's just get stuck in here. I'm going to use a little yellow to start. All right, I want to use my lighter colors first. Untethered node. Everybody likes the untethered node. I really like the untethered node as well. I think it is really cool. This thing went through like lots of iterations, trying to get a cool look for it. It was once actually vertical, but it didn't work. So to make it for characters to stand on, right, we had to turn it sideways. So what I'm doing is I'm just laying the slightest bit of yellow on these upper portions, right? The light's going to come down. This brush isn't even damp. This is a dry brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow in here. So the reason I'm using yellow is when you think about, even though it's cosmic and spacey, if you follow some logic, because the human eye, you know, we're not evolved to look at space. We look at Earth, and you can make the eye recognize some interesting stuff by applying some Earth logic to it. And we'll still make it look spacey, trust me. It'll still look spacey. But like yellow on top is like kind of the sun and the sky. Greens and blues on the bottom to represent shadows coming up. Now another trick you can learn later is like you can actually add a little yellow to the bottom as a bounce light, but we're probably not going to do that. Agent Warner says, is there any pictures of the space mat yet? That's up to Josh. Josh will be doing that. So that's just a nice quick yellow. So that's going to give me like a broad highlight to start with. Maybe on here too. Nah. Kind of think about right where that light is falling, and I just want some yellow there. Very quickly. Very thin. What else is everybody painting? Let's go with some teals. I'm going to do teal and brown together. I don't know when Josh is going to do the matte. I got this intense green. Let's see how that looks. So I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to put a bunch of different colors out and just kind of mix them all about. So that's probably too much pieces, but that's okay. And a little brown, blue, and green, all mixed together. So it's very green. I'm gonna thin that out. A little bit of yellow on my brush too, that's okay. This is going to give kind of that mid-tone look I want. And we'll darken this all up with some browns and blacks. Right now I just want to get some color on there. So normally I would do this all with an airbrush. I would just really be working an airbrush over all this, but you don't have to. You can do lots of stuff with your brush. Or just changing your technique and your approach. Some nice glaze. So this is starting to turn that to that tealy color, kind of show maybe it's like a weird alien metal. So I tried this different on this side and I like it better. So I'll go back to the other side. I'll re-up this side to look more like this. Sometimes that's what it's about, is like trying different things and seeing how you like it. I'm going to go real heavy on the bottom here. This is where the shadow is going to fall. The big thing is just making sure it's smooth. So I'm just going to keep pulling all that ink to that corner to get a nice, smooth, even coat. Leave a line on the bottom, it doesn't matter. When we come from the other side, we'll touch that line and it'll match up. And there'll be a line, a paint line on the bottom, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be on the very, very bottom. I'm okay with that. Very thin. Get those crevices. Slowly pull the ink right over into the crevice, just like that. Start that one up too. Big thing is I don't want to turn it on side and like let it flow down. Thank you, Gamers Web. I like this color too. It's very nice. Like I said, it's a little blue, a little green, a little brown inks, all mixed together. You know, I like getting a little creative with my colors, seeing what I can make. I like mixing colors and making new colors and playing with them. You know, there is no wrong color. Every color is wonderful. So sometimes you just gotta play and see what you can make. Take a little risk. Be a little brave. No idea what you guys are talking about. I was painting over here. I like this one because I imagine this being glowing, so when we go to paint it, you get that glow on the bottom. That's pretty cool. So I got a little bit, see, like that. This is going to take a little bit. Make sure my brush is a little damp, a little clean. Just kind of touch and pull that little band off. So cosmic-y. So cosmic-y. I'm not sure you're going to catch a lot of light. We're still with that teal. But because there's yellow underneath it, it's going to keep it lighter in the sides. And if you want it even lighter, you can reinforce it later. And as I go through this, I'm going to add purples and maybe some magenta. Just all kinds of cool colors. So I'm not going to do the pipe in this teal. I'm not going to add teal to the pipe. I'm going to use different colors on the pipe to make it look like a different type of metal, right? I mean, the Cosmic has a particular color scheme because we had to color it. I'm not sure I understand on this. It's not black and white. I'm not sure I'm following the question actually, sorry. It's got a little too much there, so I'm going to use a little water to clean up. I think this should be a different color too, so I'm not going to do it that. And then maybe these bars here can be dark. So add a little more brown. Brown and blue really darken up together when it gets together. Becca Marston says, when I first saw the thing you called Power Node, I thought about trying to make it look like the tank that houses weapon H. That's pretty cool. The cool thing about like this Power Node is, you know, it's a cosmic terrain piece, but with a little creativity, you can do some interesting, fun stuff with it. Like maybe paint it in like a shiny black metal and red accents, and you make it like a Hydra themed Power Node for some crazy Hydra tech, right? You don't have to make it cosmic if you don't want to. You can have fun. You can play with it and do some new and interesting stuff, right? That's the fun of painting miniatures, right? Because I'm probably going to do one of these. Well, I'm probably going to do a set cosmic because I want a cosmic set, and then I'll probably do another one, Hydra, because that'll be pretty neat to have some like super secret Hydra thing. Maybe it's some something they rolled onto the battlefield, right? It's like why we have tactical rocks on the base. Like you gotta show that there's a battle raging. So maybe Hydra brought some cool battle gear to the fight. Alright, that's drying. Looks pretty cool so far. Then we're going to start adding our reds and purples, right? So let's get some purple in here. That's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. We always try to think of like lots of ways to utilize stuff, and we try to make things that have some provides the end user some variability and some space for you to play and enjoy the games, right? We want to give you options, let you be creative. Jump Raven, sure, you can remove the tactical rocks. They look pretty cool because to me it indicates that there's a fight going on, right? It's like, there's pieces of building crumbling around and my heroes are jumping over them and doing cool stuff. Very exciting, very dramatic. We're gonna need some more brown ink as well. Somebody asked, does a 50 millimeter base fit on a flat part? No, it fits a 35. So, and you see a 35 millimeter base there. It can't over-edge the hang of or over-edge the sides of it. Right, so this is fine. This is just the edge of that. This is the edge of the train. So it doesn't overhang the edge of the train. Guess what there's alternate. The matte ties in close to the studio colors, but there's still room because colors have a lot of variability. So you can use different colors and still tie it to the cosmic matte. Speaking of scale, like no one noticed what I put there. Look at the scale on this. She's so wee. She's so wee. It's like 16 millimeters. Those wings are clear. It's true. There's a quite the experiment we learned how to do this and how to make something small but not too small, right? Because you don't want it to be too small or you won't have any cool details. So little itty bitties. We can show full size too if we want, Josh. Oh my gosh. Wasn't planning on that. She's awesome. And she has clear wings as well. She's like flying forward. Our dope little Ant-Man. Getting ready to jump up into a sweet power punch or something. It's like ready to kick butt. Those are super cool. I'm super excited for those. Alright, maybe that's dried enough. Let's put a little purple in there. I'm going to grab a little touch of that green I got left over too. Just a little touch of that green. And a little touch of brown. A little teeny of brown. Oops. The smoke plume is not green or clear on Green Goblin. So what I want to do here is I just want some select purple. So for me, we painted their wings on the studio ones. I'll probably glaze mine. To kind of keep that semi-translucence going on. So yeah, I put a little bit there, and then I'm going to just tap away the edges. Should probably switch brushes. This brush is too dang big. Something like that. Well, we do use talented painters. We might do that on stream, Gamers Guild. Who knows what we got planned? I mean, we got all kinds of things planned. All kinds of things planned. I'm going to switch brushes. Use the point brush to apply and the flat brush to pull. So I really like this process of just like adding more and more colors and just building up that depth and variation. Our good buddy Gail Gumon sculpted the Ant-Man and Wasp, and he did a really cool job. So with clear plastic, if you just want to glaze it, you can just glaze it. You can also hit it with a bit of clear coat. A little clear coat will give it a bit of tooth for the glazing to grab. If you're just going to paint it, if you're just like, well, I just want to paint it, then you just prime it like normal plastic. It's just normal plastic. So this is really starting to darken up. Yeah, if you're glazing over clear plastic, you don't prime it. Becca Marson, I mean, you know we can't talk about our plans. It's always been the rule. Come on. Vec is cheating over here. Let's put a little orange in our. We'll put a little orange in. Whoa. What size is this? This is a size 3. At the top. I missed this plate, so I need to put some green there. I have to go back and reinforce it a little bit. Good luck being sneaky with us. We know all the tricks. We know all the tricks. I'll go with pure brown ink. And this adds that little bit of grunge to it. Alright, maybe my space cosmic stuff is more grungy than yours. That brush was not clean. And see, I'm just applying like little bits of this here and there. And I'm using like a damp brush to just kind of get rid of the excess. RD Jones 78, we were just talking about that. How I think you could do really cool Hydra, or maybe some aim gear. Like you can have a lot of fun with these terrain pieces, right? The only limit is your imagination. You know, it'd be kind of cool to do these as like glossy black metal with some red accents. As I was talking about earlier, like some Hydra terrain, right? Crazy Hydra tech brought onto the battlefield. Maybe you and your opponent talk about it. It's like maybe Hydra affiliated guys get like a bonus when you're near or something. I don't know. It's the fun of games. The top here is getting a little neglected. Not putting enough colors on there. You're always going to be waiting for something. Trust me, we got lots in the works. We got lots coming. So. Alright, I want that to dry a little bit. So I'm going to need some black wash. Oh, Pagano's going to use the color shift paint, yeah? Yeah. I like that. I like the color shift paints for this, that'd be cool looking. I need some pure black paint, I think. I want to darken my black wash up just a touch. Just a scooch. What is more fun to come up with, real life based stuff or cosmic stuff? I mean, even the real life stuff is kind of made up. They both have their fun stuff. Trust me, we made some cool stuff that are not cosmic, but the cosmic stuff is all fun to design and come up with. Too thick, thin it down, make a wash. There we go. Let's put a wash on this. Remember, this is just terrain, so I'm not going to do this perfect. This is not going to be studio quality. Just going to get painted. Easy peasy. And by not using greens and purples on this, I might use some reds or something, maybe some oranges, to make these pipes unique and different. Oh yeah, plumbing parts make good terrain. I have a bunch of plumbing parts over in a box over here. You can do really cool stuff with some PVC and brass. You can even add to what, like you could add to this set. Create more features or additional parts to it. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to smooth that out. Just like so. I can take some of this black and I'll touch of brown. And I can start darkening shadowy areas of my main terrain bodies. Yeah, something like that. So you got a little line there. I'm just going to pull that down with a little damp brush. No non-metallic metal in the terrain beds. I mean, non-metallic metal definitely has its place. And you could do non-metallic metal. It takes me a lot of time to do non-metallic metal. So something like this, I tend to avoid that just because of speed, right? But if you're so inclined, you can totally do it. I'm just not super fast with that technique. That variant terrain, yeah. There's all kinds of things you could do with this terrain set. It's very cosmic, and when you see it on the mat, especially with your guardians or your black order around it, you're gonna be like, oh, it's so cosmic. But with just a simple paint job, I think you can get some really neat effects or new types of terrain. So, like I said, I think I'm going to do at least one power node as like a Hydra power node. I think that'll be really cool. So I haven't done this because I'm holding it. I might need a holder to do that, but that's okay. I want to do these pipes poking out, these broken pipes. I'm just going to paint these black and then I'll highlight them. How are they? It could also be like lots of different colors. It'll be cool. Like red wires and blue wires and white wires. Make a scenario where you have to cut the red wire. I think this, I don't know what color I want this yet. I don't want any green on it. Let's go with this bluish purple. I'm just going to do a quick glaze, bluish purple. That'll make it different. I got green on this side, that's okay. We'll do something there. It's all reflecting off each other. Whatever. It's back to black wash. And then now black wash. Delays? I don't know about any delays, but that's not my position. Josh, do we know what's out next week? This is pure black paint. Yeah. Big question is what color glow? Thanos' card. We didn't show Thanos' card. I am allowed to tell you what we're painting next week. If you're interested in what we're painting next week. This means you're not, maybe that means you're not interested in what we're painting this week. There's black down in there. The train should be out in July. Straight from Josh's voice. I mean, I heard it in Josh's voice when I read it, so does that count? I'm just redarkening up those cables. Just another quick layer of black. So as this dries, I'll do a dry brush of this and just pick those edges back out. I need to decide what color the glow is going to be. Oh, that's not the color. That's really not the color. So let's use it as like a foundation. So starting next week, we have quite the month planned out. We are starting the Thanos month. I'll wait for the subsequent cheers. Oh, I see Schick beat me to it, actually. Schick will be painting on Tuesday a gauntleted Thanos. July is Thanos month, so well, I say we're like I'm saying we're painting Thanos this month. This is size 3 Big Bad Andy. Voodoo Prince, yeah, you could do Oscorp. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's the cool thing, like I said about this train. Like I could tell. Oh man, I totally got paint on my other train bit over here that's sitting in the sides. I don't know how I did that. Ugh. Paint the Odin trophy? That would take me forever. So yeah, this train's pretty cool, and I think you could do. Who said that? I gotta go back to who said that. Oh, Voodoo Prince. So you could do all kinds of cool stuff. Like, you know, the sign is pretty neat and very cosmic-y. The light, I think, definitely could do is like AIM, Hydra, Oscorp. You could have fun with it. I think the node, if you did this all in black with red accents, talked about a couple times now, you could do a cool Hydra bit. The barricades, definitely, you could do these however you want. You know, I'm going to do mine with a light and stuff and make it cosmic, but you could do all kinds of stuff with just the paint jobs. And the little crates that come with the set, you know, these could be anywhere. And then what we're calling the Cosmic Taco Kiosk, you know, you could do definitely AIM or Hydra or something with this. I like versatility. I like a lot of versatility. Yeah, urban cyberpunk, sure. A lot of versatility. What size is the kiosk? The kiosk is size. There you go. Do we have new people to the stream right now? Did we just get a bunch of new people? I just rubbed water all over my lips. Okay, as this is drying, let's go ahead and grab some of our silver. probably want a little more brown in there to darken it up, but I want to go ahead and throw on, I think I'll use heavy metal or speed metal. It is a lot, Gamers Web UK, it is a lot of bang for your buck. You got a lot of terrain in this set. Like quite a bit of terrain in this set. Let's try speed mode, see how that works. So I want to do some more glazes on this, of course, but you know, we're getting at the end of the day here. Yeah, abandoned, rusty, corroded. I would love to do rusty, corroded set of this too. I think that'd be really neat. Like you could do paint chipping and just, or salt weather chipping if you have that, if you know how to do that. So it's a neat technique. So you could do some really cool stuff. Yeah, this keeps me in shot. It's like my guide to keep me in my shot. Thanos next week? Yeah, we're painting him. We're starting the Thanos painting next week. Schick will be painting a gauntlet Thanos. I have a non-gauntlet Thanos. We might be doing a throne. Who knows? So I'm just going to use a little speed metal. I think this is dry enough. The next painting challenge, you're right, the painting challenge ended. We went through and we picked some of our favorites in the painting challenge. There was a lot of entries, so that was very cool. But we picked some of our favorites. My inks are not quite dry. But that's okay. Just put a little shine back onto there. You can see how that works. But the next painting challenge for this month is textures. So hashtag painting protocol, and we want to see all your cool textures. So get out your stippling brush and have some fun with some texturing. So, and we'll be announcing or showing off our picks for the last painting challenge very soon. Trust me, we're working on it already. So what we showed at the beginning of the stream, for those joining in, is like you can see our little Drax here. Miniatures actually stand on top of some of the cosmic train. The kiosk will take a, do I have a 65mm base layer? I don't think I have a 65 immediately on my desk, but it definitely takes a 65 on top of this. Or definitely a 50. But then we also showed the actual scale of our wasp. You can see she's about 16-ish millimeters. She's very tiny. And our little tiny Ant-Man. He's so wee. So wee. This guy's a lot of fun to paint. Threw my paintbrushes to the side. Where'd they go? there's lots of choices now for who to paint with some cool textures. I'm expecting some really neat stuff. Like I said, Schick will be painting up the Gauntlet Thanos. I'm going to do non-Gauntlet Thanos. You might see some other cool stuff. We got plans within plans and plans for years. I want to go a little more brown. This underside. You're going to be seeing a lot of Thanos in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, that little wasp in Ant-Man, a really fun experiment, learning how to do really small stuff. So I'm very excited for those. Tech Lee, I mean, for me, everything is, everything's magnetizable, so it's all your skill level. Let's put some brown in that crevice. Let's bring a little brown to this metallic. Just a touch. Maybe a pipes as well. Yeah, I'm not the one to ask about gaps or releases, I guess is the actual question. I'm just going back with more black wash to make these pipes a little more dark. That little brown in there really brings that to life. Well, we give info through our social media. Good night, Gamers Web UK. Now, what color glow? We're almost out of time. I got about 5 minutes, so I'm probably not going to be painting glow. I got this side lighter than this side, and I think that's cool. It gives me some contrast. I got some dark metal with a little brown going on. I think these could be darkened up. And we'll put glow here. This, I kind of want to do this as a flat color, like flat black. So I'm probably going to black this out. But we can get our little glow in there and maybe hit a little reflective light down on, to show light coming down from it. And then I'll get a handle and I'll do this the same way as I did this. So as you can see, very quick way to get a lot of color and variation on your piece. And once I dry brush this, a lot of this will smooth out. You can see there's like a little bit of blobbing there. See that right there on top? Once I dry brush this, it'll actually polish that out a little bit. You know, pull it all together. Tie all those colors up. And you want some, you don't need it perfect, right? So that's the cool thing about terrain and city and real life stuff, is like it doesn't have to be perfect. You can have it a little messy and a little some degradation. I'm just going to blacken these one more time before I throw highlights on. These will probably be like a blue black when I'm all done with the pipes. Got a little metallic shining through. It might be kind of cool to make them like a black semi-metallic pipe. Yeah, cool. Got another black wash on the side of all this metal here. Dry brushing barf, I don't know about all that. Every technique has a place, and if you do it right, you can. I've seen dry brushing where you can't tell it's dry brushed. Like I've seen some real pro level competition stuff that utilizes dry brushing, you know, in the appropriate, you know, you're not going to dry brushing a face, right? But like the right place and the right time for the right application, it's a tool. It's a useful tool. You know? Just really darken this. Yeah, I've done studio models that's used on just one studio model. You might use two brush blending, wet blending, stippling, dry brushing, washing, glazing, all on one miniature for a studio paint job, because it was what was the right tool for the job to get the job done. Alright, I'm just going to set this down. I'm going to start putting some colors on my base plate. I'm going to go back to that green with some purple, and brown, right now blue. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to glaze, wash all over this base plate to tie it all together. Really make sure it stays in the recesses. Oh, I'm on the underside. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I don't want to pick it up. I just want some green brown on there. Alright, heroes. It's 2 o'clock. Last minute. Give me your questions. I'll try to answer them before Josh starts calling me. He will call too. Remember, our painting challenge this month is textures. So I want to see some stippling, maybe some cross hatching, You know, get some cool leathery, old leather look on something. You know, you could do Star-Lord's jacket, like really, really roughed up. Turn off my phone. I'm not allowed to turn off my phone. We're working, Macmoosh, we're working on that right now. So we are working on it. There's only 8 of us. There's only 8 of us. So don't forget for that. If I can figure out the right, there it is. Atomic Mass Transmissions on Instagram is where we're doing our painting challenges. So hashtag painting protocol. Show us those techniques. Show us that texture. Get in there and make it tactile and tertiary and terse. I don't know. I ran out of T's there for a second. Check us out on Atomic Mass Games on Twitter for all your announcements coming from Mr. Josh and from Atomic Mass Games. A bunch of things. You're very welcome. I'd love to see how I do glow in another stream. I'll definitely do one on glow. Like, don't worry. We got lots of stuff to cover. We'll definitely do a stream on glow. Just to tide you over a little bit, my basic technique for glow is I paint everything with an off-white. I don't use pure white. Pure white rarely comes out for anything, but I use like an off-white, and then I'll make like a wash with like, let's say I'm doing a blue glow. So I'll make a wash with like a really light blue, and I'll kind of glaze that over everything. And then I'll go in with like inks, and I really intense it up. And then I'll come back and re-highlight everything in the center, because things glow in the center, not on the edges. So I'll re-highlight that, and then I'll do like a super thin glaze to tie it all together. So I like a couple steps, but it sounds like a lot of steps, but it's actually very, very quick. So be sure next week to join us. We're going to be working on some Thanos. Like, be prepared for the inevitable. We're going to be working on Thanos. Hashtag painting protocol. Get ready. It's going to be a big month. So until then, be safe. Take care of one another. And have fun. Bye, guys. And then I sing a song while I click the button. That's the wrong button. Turn off that button. That's the button. That's all it. Hashtag Thanos Cam. I love it. I love it. Bye, guys.